for Newton. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And time for us to take a break here in the booth. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. After the interception, here's Ryan. Forced out to his left. Getting it to the left side to Sanu. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Julius Peppers in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And getting our first update now from Nashville. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it down deep into Atlanta territory. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On second down, Anderson. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Great play there off the end. Question, Charles, in a 4-3, you hear about the D tackles a lot. What's the role of the ends?
What they want to do is control the edges of the defense. And you always hear about an offense talking about setting the edge in the running game. Well, the defense wants to do exactly the same thing. In the defensive end, often against an offensive tackle, sometimes a tough
pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, this from 37. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 37. And Gano's kick is right through. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, now here's Bryant to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan being chased out left. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a first down. They'll look to run with Freeman. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
He's going to get it running right. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, spinning away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Let's go.
After the run, Newton going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, Hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Newton on third down. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. On 1st and 10, Newton. Out left side here to Bryant. A good pickup there at 22.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
To throw is Ryan. Going up top. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The safety, Ross Cockrell, there to knock that one away. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Now it's Ryan. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 8. But it also lead to a 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Back now here on EA Sports. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. This is McCaffrey on the deal. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Buying time to his left. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Oh, my Cam. There's times when I'm not analyzing up here. I'm just appreciating. Led NFL quarterbacks in rushing last year. He is truly the ultimate weapon at that position.
The Panthers on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Newton. He completes it to Bryant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw on 2nd down. Newton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Robert Alford. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They go play action here on 1st down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Gets it off to Freeman. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
Well, I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. 3rd and 2, now Ryan. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Shaq Thompson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Ryan on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Now Ryan. Now he steps away. He goes underneath to Freeman. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
kick is good. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And the Panthers coming out now. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Now a desperation. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Carolina. 41 yards. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
And you have to like the play calling, because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They've got to burn the timeout, and they do, but a costly, costly sack. And now maybe just time for one final play. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Atlanta, they make a